Ayan. So, hello everyone. Good evening. Um, Welcome to another live. Hold on. Sorry. Excuse me. All right. So, good evening once again, everyone. Um, Welcome back to another episode of Inspiring Conversation. And today it's Failure Friday, and we have a truly powerful episode lined up for you tonight. Rosh?
Hi, Marl. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in with Inspiring Conversations once again. Maraming salamat. Rax, how are you today?
Yes, finally, nakabalik na rin ako after being absent for I think 2 weeks kasi may travel tayo po. So kaya hindi po ako nakapag-attend ng mga podcast. And you are right, Rosh. Our episode, the title says it all. From desperation to determination. And we will be sharing stories of individuals who faced depression head-on and transform it into unwavering determination. So I also invited my students so that meron silang makuhang tips at saka tidbits kasi I just came from a training in Tawi-Tawi, which is an island. I'm not sure if malapit siya sa may Malaysia sa Sabah. So kinukwento ko lang din sa kanila yung journey ko, which is connected din dito sa topic natin today. So medyo hindi maganda yung pakiramdam ni Sir Ian today. Inuubo. Yes. How about you guys? How are you? Na-miss ko kayo?
Oo nga, na-miss ka namin. Si Marl na iwan ng 2 episode mag-isa. Nagigilty ako.
Oo
How
nga.
are you?
Na-survive naman.
Yes.
Thank you for covering for us. So, ang topic natin today ay isang magandang lesson na naman for everyone. And hopefully, you'll tune in until 8 o'clock para pag-usapan natin kung ano nga ba yung mga kailangan natin gawin in order to overcome depression, anxieties, mga frustrations natin sa buhay. Marl?
Yes. O, sige, umpisahan na natin yung topic natin tonight. So, kayo ba guys, did you experience depression or yung, hindi lang natin sabihin depression, but you felt like you're really down. So, can you tell us about it? What it's all about, and probably what are the lessons that you've learned during that time, and how did you parang survive that? And sige, yun lang muna yung dalawang ano na yon. So,
Ba't parang
sino
ang
ba yung
dami?
mauna? Ah,
Excited pa.
Ikwento tayo ng secret. Nakakainis.
Hindi, siguro na-miss niya lang na may kausap kasi last time siya lang mag-isa. Kaya binombahan niya tayo ng maraming tanong.
Sigurado ka babalik namin sa'yo yung tanong na yan, Marl, ha?
Sino ang unang sasagot? Ikaw, Miss Rosh?
Ako na, sige. Kahit ayokong aminin at that time or hindi ko alam na depression na pala yun. A long time ago, I was actually down for 2 years. Down talaga. As in, parang tuliro ng 2 taon, umiiyak lang, dumaan lang yung mga bagay-bagay nang hindi ko namamalayan for very personal reason. Natutunan ko doon is that kahit anong lungkot mo, alam niyo yung kantang alam mo yun yung parang umiiyak ka but the world around you is still evolving. Hindi ko maalala kung ano, it's like 70s, 80s kind of song. I can't remember the lyrics. Pero ang ibig niyang sabihin is that kahit umiyak ka, nagpapatuloy ang buhay. So if you can snap out of it, the fastest way that you can, do so. Kasi hindi kayo hintayin ng mundo sa pag-iyak mo at walang mangyayari sa buhay mo at wala rin ibang makakatulong sa'yo kung hindi ikaw lang. So yun, sana wala akong masyadong na-spill na secrets. Rax,
Hindi, may tatanong sana ako, pero sige na lang, mag-share na rin ako. Siguro, ako parang feeling ko, pinakyaw ko na lahat ng, ano tawag dito, problema sa buhay. So, I have all the right to be depressed. Parang feeling ko, buong buhay ko depressed ako. But, it did help me that I have someone that I can run to. I can, where I can be safe, where it's easier for me to voice out whatever it is that I feel, that hindi ako na-judge, 'di ba? May mga ganyan tayong mga sentiments, right? Like gusto mo mag-emote, although alam mo naman ano yung mga mali na ginawa mo, yung mga decisions in life that you regret, all you just want was to be heard. Hindi kailangan na pagalitan ka pa dahil sa
yung
mga,
payo. That,
ano tawag dito,
katangahan mo sa buhay.
oo, katangahan na ginawa mo sa buhay. Kasi, ano tawag dito, unlimited tayo sa katangahan.
Yeah.
Right? But it's good that we have people that we run to. We have someone that we can talk to. So lately, siguro I'd like to share lang yung lately yung cause of my depression maybe is that sometimes pag na-reach mo na yung goal, right, in your career, you get to ask yourself what's next sa akin. Tapos papasok na naman doon yung am I doing something good? Am I doing something valuable? Or do I still make sense? Yung mga ganun. So, more on the career naman. So, yun yung mga na-experience ko ngayon. Lalo na, right now, when I tried to do social media, I always compare myself to others. Parang, ay, ando na siya. Lagi ako naghahabol. Kasi nga, yung ano tawag dito, yung motto natin in life, dapat bida-bida. Kung ano yung alam ng isa, dapat alam ko rin. So, feeling ko, nasobrahan ako ng ganun. Yung bang kahit hindi mo kayang abutin, you put so much pressure on yourself, right? To the point na, ay, hindi ko pala kaya. Kaya ko naman, pero hindi sa ganong same level sa kanya, hindi agad-agad. Okay, so yun yung na-experience ko lately, more on the career.
Yeah, pero
Okay,
wag natin
how about
kakalimutan, ibabalik natin kay Marl.
Sir
Akala
Ian?
mo lusot na.
Yes.
Hold on. Okay, sige. Siguro yung one of the depressing things that happened to me, number one, is when my mom died. Kasi siya, biglaan. So, I would like to share this, no, para din sa those people who have parents here. And this will serve as a lesson to you kasi I am an only son. So, yung nanay ko is para bang ako lang yung inaalagaan niya. Na to the point na minsan, napi-feel mo na parang nakakasakal naman yung ikaw na lang yung palaging nakikita. Nasa iyo lahat ng atensyon. So, when I was in college, parang lumayo ako sa bahay. Kasi hindi naman siya masyadong malayo actually. Looking back, parang it's just 2 hours away from my town yung where I studied. But I can remember na I rarely go home. Kasi during that time, I am a scholar with DOST, so I have my money. And then since para bang nakawala ako sa bahay that I rarely went home. And looking back, parang pag umuwi ako sa bahay, tuwang-tuwa yung nanay ko. Parang ang saya-saya talaga niya na nakauwi ako and she prepared food kasi mahilig magluto yung nanay ko, mahilig mag-prepare ng pagkain. Parang todo alaga talaga. But I didn't appreciate that during that time. Kasi nga parang na from maliit ka pa hanggang sa malaki, yun yung naging parang nakasanayan mo. So, parang binauliwala ko siya. So, until she died in an accident na sayang, I really, for those people who have still mothers here, and always say thank you to them. Um, Especially kasi during that time, I had a girlfriend na palaging she demands of my time na pumunta ako sa kanila, or pagkikita kami during the weekend kasi malayo yung school namin. And wala rin, nagkahiwalay rin kami, right? So if I would have to go back to that time, or if ngayon I would advise my previous self, I would tell my previous self na spend more time with your mother kasi siya yung nag-alaga sa'yo, and hindi yan mawawala, and nothing will change. Your parents will not change. So if you have your mom or your dad are still there with you, no matter if minsan na ka na, ay ano ba to, parang nakakasakal naman yung parents ko, or you have to realize that what they're doing, most of the time, is all out of coming from their love for you. So you have to be thankful to them. So I think that's one of the depressing times. So and ko na lang, kasi wala nang magagawa eh. So one of the things is ngayon ikukwento ko sa inyo, and share this with you para naman kayo na may mga nanay pa, wag niyong sayangin yung oras niyo na you probably meron kayong hindi pagkakaunawaan minsan ng sa ating mga magulang, right? Kasi there's generational gap, and sometimes there might be some childhood traumas. So I'm hoping that you reach out to your mom or your parents and say thank you to them while you still have time, because hindi natin alam kung we will not know when they will be gone. So yun yung isa sa depressing times for me. And second is when my marriage failed. So that is also a depressing time. And good thing is I have people around me that you can So I think if you are depressed, it's not easy. Hindi mo alam yung kasi the pain is inside, and you from time to time it will just wake you up at night. Ano ba to? So say it will help if there are positive people around you. And I think I am thankful kasi meron akong I met people during that time that are positive people. Kasi kung hindi, baka rin ako, if I associated myself with people who are having like negative habits or bad habits, like palaging umiinom, palaging umaalis and all. Siguro ganun din yung ginawa ko during that time, because you have all the excuse. Parang gusto mong, naiintindihan ko yung mga tao na na naglalasing kasi may problema. Kasi parang gusto mong lunurin, and you wanted to feel na kahit minsan man lang, makalimutan mo yung feeling na yon. Maano mo yon. So it helps if there are positive people. So during that time, I traveled, I exercised, para parang nagpapapawis ako pag medyo ko, I when I wake up in the morning, I run 10 kilometers per day. So yun yung ginagawa ko. Kasi mahilig akong tumakbo eh. I am a runner. So every day I run, and then I exercise. So yun yung naging outlet ko. So I think you just have to, whenever you're depressed, you just have to get through it. Kasi hindi madali. I understand those people na hindi talaga madali and all, but you have to use that negative energy into positive output. Yun yung like for example, you exercise, you go to the gym, wag kang kasi yung iba they use it as a reason to start bad
Be more
habits.
broken.
Yeah, to be more broken, like drinking, smoking, maghanap ng away, and also so don't kasi ikaw rin malulugi. Parang down na ngayon sarili mo, mas lalo mo pang nilagay sa alanganin yung sarili mo. Kasi sino yung malulugi? Ikaw rin. So, I think one of the things that I learned from that is that whenever I feel is to use that negative energy into something positive, like something positive for yourself, or you start a new hobby, learn something new, yung mga ganun. So yun yung ginawa ko during that time, and hindi naman siya madali, and sometimes you will feel that it's not gonna be enough. Okay, there will be times that you will feel that hindi talaga siya enough, but you'll just have to keep on doing positive things. Kasi pag dun ka pumunta sa mga negatibong bagay, it will just parang hindi mo mamalayan na ano ka na pala, nalugmok ka na pala or nalulun ka na pala sa mga masasamang bisyo. So, yun. And right now, if you are depressed, if you feel like you don't have someone to talk to, especially men. Kaming mga lalaki, medyo ganun kami. Pag maglulukmok, mag-iinom na lang and all. Kaya nga, there are a lot of instances that men, there are more instances that men commit suicide compared to women. Kasi nga, hindi we just keep things to ourselves. So, if you are that, if you feel something like that ngayon, I would encourage you to reach out to people, or if nahiya kayo sa mga friends nyo, go to may mga churches kasi na there are parang pastors that you can talk to, or para hindi you will not be felt that you will be judged. Kasi sometimes yung mga friends natin, minsan yung mga friends, inaano lang yan parang they invalidate what we feel. Right? Na, kaya ayaw mo nang mag-share kasi, okay lang yan, wag mong anuhin yan. Ang OA mo naman, ganun, di ba? So sometimes you have to look for people as well that parang wala silang objective, or they don't know you at all. They just want to help. So there are communities with like that. Maganda na ngayon kasi may mga groups, may mga communities online, and there are also and use that positive energy. Kung na you feel so down, just go out there, you exercise, kasi yung energy na yon para kasi yung there is that para ma-burn din siya, ma-burn yung ma-burn yung stress, yung depression mo, and it will be replaced with the positive dopamine caused by exercising or doing something positive. Yon.
Pero clarify ko lang, Sir Ian, that it's easier said than done, right? For me
Yes.
kasi,
Oo.
when I had a depression, I didn't know that I had a depression because hindi mo siya mafe-feel eh. Pwera na lang if may iba nakakapansin yung the pattern and all. For me, depression is like a vice rin, right? Yung gusto mo siyang mawala, gusto mo siyang baguhin, pero hindi. Parang smoking and drinking lang yan. Gusto mo magbago, pero you don't have the energy. You know what is wrong, but you keep on doing it anyway. Yung mga ganon. So, for me, I also did experience what Sir Ian experienced. I was an orphan at the age of 10. So, ayoko na lang mag-go into details, but yun na nga. And one thing that I like what happened to me in the past few weeks is parang akong nag-retreat sa island kasi I get to visit my aunt. Siya yung nagpalaki sa akin. Even if I have parents growing up, but they're OFWs pa. So I also remember growing up resenting my parents. I really didn't appreciate their effort na nag-abroad sila, sacrificing our family just to provide everything or anything that we need during that time. Pero bilang bata, 'di ba tayo pag lumalaki tayo, pag hindi natin nakikita yung parents natin, we don't get the hugs as the same as the hugs that we see with other people, the kisses, yung mga important days, feeling natin hindi tayo love, right? Pag pinapagalitan tayo, hindi tayo love. So, nung na-visit ko yung tita ko, and some people are inviting me out, natatawa ako pag sinasabi ko na, this is my first time or the second time that I'll be doing this. Kasi late bloomer ako. Very strict yung tita ko growing up. Bawal akong mag-beach, bawal mag-sine, bawal mag-attend ng events sa school. So, there are times na iniiyakan ko siya. Bakit, sa isip ko, kinu-question ko, bakit hindi ako allowed to go out with friends? Why am I not allowed to have fun as the same as my friends? So, meron din akong resentment sa tita ko. But then, now that I am a mother, now that I get to see her and we talk about it, tinatawanan na lang namin, si Rakal umiiyak yun dati pag hindi ko pinapayagan. Kahit 3 araw siyang iiyak kasi hindi ako pinayagan mag-beach. Lahat sila, nakikita ko na yung mga pictures nila, nag-share na sila sa GC, nagbe-beach ako, hindi. Then I realized na may reason pala bakit siya naghihigpit kasi ayaw niya akong mapariwa because number one, I am an orphan at saka sila yung nagpapaaral sa amin, sila yung nagpo-provide sa amin. So, I also agree in terms of depression. For me, I think 2 years ago, that's when I decided that I need to seek for medical help. Dati kasi it's taboo, right? When you say, ay magpapa-check ako sa psychiatrist. But then, medyo nahimasmasan ako kasi si Miss Rosh shared to me during pandemic or after the pandemic, dinala mo si Oleg sa psychiatrist, right? Sa isip ko,
Oo.
bakit niya dadalhin si Oleg sa psychiatrist? Depressed ba si Oleg? Pero, that time, your concern was, ano yung effect ng pandemic na nasa bahay lang lagi yung kids? Sabi ko, ay, normal na lang pala siya sa iba. Kasi sa akin, pag ako, ayoko mag-share kasi ayoko naman sabihin na may topak siya sa utak. 'Di ba? Kasi yun yung notion natin na pag nagpapa-check tayo or nagsisik tayo ng help, especially for psychiatrist, feeling natin meron tayong sira sa utak, yung mga ganun. But it did really help me. But it took me several attempts before I decided to really seek for help kasi medyo toxic na ako to the people around me and then it causes my relationship with other people and I don't want it that way. So, pero, alam mo yung yo-yo effect, decided na ako now, I already have the courage, I have the energy, tapos biglang pag nandyan na, ay, ayoko muna. Yung mga ganun. How about sa'yo, Miss Rosh?
Sa akin kasi, marami ako rin na-experience in the past na feeling ko mag-isa kong dinala. Kasi hindi, nag-open ako sa iba, pero parang I didn't have the chance to open up to the right people. Lalo na yung mga kaedad ko that time, hindi pinagdadaanan yung problema ko. So parang malayo. Para akong bata akong tumanda. Kaya ang mga nakakausap ko na nakakaintindi sa akin, feeling ko yung matatanda. 'Di ba? So, ang hirap kasi yung matatanda, pag kinausap mo naman, very blunt sila eh. Hindi sila katulad natin ngayon that we, 'di ba? Parang we acknowledge each
With
other's feelings.
empathy,
Oo,
yes.
diba? Sila wala. Na nung bata nga ako ganito eh, ganyan-ganyan eh. Kung sa amin yan dati, laging binabalik na nila sa kanila. Na parang feeling ko hindi naman yan yung hinahanap kong solusyon, hindi yan yung hinahanap kong sagot. And i-compare ko yung generation natin before when we were younger and we were, if I can say the word stupid, 'di ba? Marami ka pang nagpapalpakan pero parang yung support ng mga tao sa paligid mo, hindi gano'n ka open. Ang pakiramdam mo, ginajudge ka. Parang ang sama mong bata pagka may nagawa kang masama, yung gano'n. Pero ngayon kasi, iba na yung generation natin. We're more open to our kids
Yes.
making mistakes because we don't want them to repeat the mistakes that we did back then. So parang mas nagiging
True.
open yung mga kabataan ngayon. Kasi ako mismo as a parent, yun yung ayokong maulit sa anak ko. Kaya doon sa panganay ko, very open ako na tututong mag-inom si PJ before, nag-experiment siya on alcohol. Hinahayaan ko, as long as alam ko kako kung nasan ka, paalam ka kaninong bahay, sinong kasama mo. Para hindi ka uuwi na hindi ko alam kung nasaan, nahanapin kita, yung ganon, natulog sa kalye. Yung, siyempre, buti na lang lalaki siya, pero 'di ba? Yun yung mga bagay na natutunan when I was in that stage. Tapos yung ngayon, pag looking back, yun yung mga pinilit ko as much as possible na hindi ko na maulit sa mga anak.
Yes, that is true. Actually, yan yung pinapractice ko yan din yung pinapractice ko sa mga kids ko right now. Kasi ako, I grew up in a family setup na, maingay. Yung laging galit, tapos laging namamalo. Nadala ko yan with my kids. And I remember when I hit my eldest son, with no reason, naingayan lang ako sa kanya. I was irritable and then I just hit him for no valid reason. Kumbaga sa atin, maliit na bagay, pero bakit mo pinalo? Doon ko na-realize na para bang I should stop doing what I'm doing with my students kasi number one, lumalayo yung loob nila sa'yo. Tapos, parang sa isip nila, dumating sila sa point na may times natatakot sila, parang konting galaw lang nila or for example, they committed something. Let's say, nabasag yung baso, yung plato, nanginginig na sila agad sa takot kasi alam nila mapapagalitan sila. So, I realized na this is something that I don't want my kids to feel and also to experience. Kasi ganun din yung na-experience ko dati. I want them to be more open to me na if there's something wrong na ginawa nila, or let's say may emergency, may ginawa silang kasalanan, I will be the first person that they could think of na matutulungan sila. I should call my mom, not your friends. Kasi hindi natin alam, di ba, kung ano isasuggest ng mga friends nila. So that's actually my goal. I'm not a perfect parent, but that's what I am working on right now. Kasi iba na yung mga bata ngayon, di ba? Especially the suicide rates, pabata ng pabata, high school. There are also elementary students who are committing suicides because they have no one to run to. Because
Yes.
oftentimes, nai-invalidate. 'Di ba? Sabi ko sa'yo, alam mo, tsaka pinaka-trigger sa akin, yung nagsabi ka na ng problema mo, you run to that person, and then bigla kang sasabihan ng, ano na lang iisipin ng mga pamilya mo, ng mga relatives mo, ng ibang tao. Sa isip ko, hindi mo man lang ba naisip anong mafe-feel ko? 'Di ba? Yung mga ganun, bakit ibang tao yung iniisip mo? Ako yung may problema. Bakit yung ibang tao yung concern mo? So, yun, one thing that I really want to build, that kind of relationship with my kids, that they are open, no matter gaano kabigat yung kasalanan nila. Yung para bang gusto mong pagalitan, pero okay, the fact that they entrusted me with what they did, whether mabigat siya or hindi, I am already happy. Kasi okay, nagsha-share sila sa akin. That's a good thing. Kinikilig ako pag ginaganon ako ng mga kids ko. Right? But since we already heard the different stories, different situations which can lead us also to depression, pero we cannot hide the fact that yung mga pinagdaanan natin, ito yung nagpatatag sa atin. Pero depende naman yan sa situation, di ba? May mga situations where
Yes.
tumatag ka, may mga situations na mas lalo kang nalugmok. So, tanong ko lang sa inyo guys, ano yung, although na-mention naman ninyo, pero it's not really that clear to me, paano kayo nakawala doon sa situation na na-experience nyo and you still turn out successful?
Bigat, mauna ka, Marl.
Sige. So, bago ko yan sagutin, shout out sa mga viewers natin. Ang dami nila. So, kay Ken, Toto.
Homework yata nila yan, Marl.
Oo.
Hindi,
Baka ano na
nag-invite
to?
ako ng mga students ko. You know what,
To-
very supportive.
We met. Genji. So, if I pronounce your name wrong, sorry. Dudoy. Ayan si Dudoy Rosh. And
Ay,
ang dami
anak yan
nila.
ni
Ang
Rosh,
dami. So,
Dudoy.
and Ria Maribao. Good evening. So thank you so much for joining us tonight, guys. So feel free if you like what our topic tonight. Feel free to share kung ano yung may contribute sa topic. And also feel free to share this live session to your friends para din ma-inspire din sila. Sige.
Ako may tanong
So
sila.
back to your
Pa. So magtanong sila. Sorry, magtanong lang sila sa
Mga students ko yan sa Tawi-Tawi, very supportive talaga yung mga students ko na yan. At saka,
part sa assignment
makukulit.
data.
Hindi, sabi ko sa kanila, manood sila. Because number one, kanina, we're so busy discussing about the people who are going to give the speech during our graduation. So,
Okay.
since bago pa sila sa industry natin, so marami pa silang mga insecurities, yung confidence nila hindi pa ganun kabuo. So sabi ko, manood kayo ng ano tawag dito, non-podcast namin.
Yeah. Sige, pakinggan nyo si Marl ngayon.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, Marl.
So, ano yung,
Ayan, so
back to your
shout out ko
question
muna
nga,
yung mga students ko, si Smith, si Talib to, kumaka-Smith talaga to si Talib. Si Talib yan, si Kate, ayan, si Talib daw, siya yung panganay na anak ko na naiwan ko sa Tawi-Tawi. Ayan, si Toto Kens and si Kate. Si Kate na laging may pa-food sa amin. Siya nagpapakain din sa amin sa training. Yung question ko is that all of us, lagi kong worry. Since just like Sir Ian, parang lahat tayo at dumaan tayo sa failed marriage. Circle of friends, 'di ba? And like me, parang ang saya-saya ko pala i-broadcast sa lahat ng tao. Pero ganito lang talaga ako, guys. Tinatawanan na lang namin siya. And one of my worry talaga, especially now that my kids are not with me, they don't grow up in a normal family setup, yun yung tawag nila. So yung lagi ko talagang worry is yung mga napapanood natin sa mga teleserye, right? Na sometimes we think that kids don't really feel anything about the separation of their parents, or they grew up, one is missing. So meron iba, like for me, I didn't grow up with my parents. So pinagpasapasahan ako from one family to another, but I can tell that I still managed to grow up decent. Kumbaga, I was able to finish college. I have a good career. But how about those others na hindi sila successful, not only in their career, but in their lives, because ang lagi nilang sinasabi, kasi I didn't grow up with a parent, I don't have the privilege, or nalulung sila sa depression, sa mga vices nila. So I'd like to know kung ano ba yung ginawa ninyo na despite, kasi I know the two of you alam ko ano yung pinagdaanan nyo, especially si Miss Roche. At least si Sir Ian, pa-party-party lang at saka girlfriend. Pero si Miss Roche, marami ka rin pinagdaanan. So, how did you manage to go out from that situation na depressing and still manage to be successful from the previous situation you're in?
Yan, go Marl.
sige. So, I think, going back to my answer, no, when you are in the depressed stage, sometimes parang you feel like you're looking for something to blame. Diba? Parang andun ka sa, parang denial ka pa na it's not because of me, you have to realize that you're also part of it. Meron ka ring contribution kung nasaan ka ngayon. Alright? Yun nga yung sinabi na what you get is what you deserve. Diba? Although, parang let's say for example, iniwanan ka ng girlfriend mo, sabi mabait naman ako and all. But there is still a reason why. Probably, it's more nga sila yung mas may makasalanan. But in order for us to help ourselves, and we have to realize kung not to put ourselves down, but what did I do wrong? And then what can I learn from this? Yun yung mahirap yan. It's so hard, especially if you're still on that stage na parang sa ngayon medyo madali na lang if you're looking back at it Yeah. Pero if you're on that stage, it's not easy to do that. I know hindi siya madali. But you have to try hard to realize what can I learn from this and where do I go from here. Okay. So because we always have a choice. Whenever we wake up in the morning, we have a choice to change our lives or magpatuloy tayo kung saan man tayo ngayon. We stay where we are and get stuck, look for people to blame, malulong sa masamang bisyo. That's a choice. Or that's gonna be your day one to start working on yourself, making yourself better. It's always a choice. Kaya nga, every time you wake up in the morning, always have a chance to make your dreams come true. And the question is, what are you going to do with that day, with that chance? 'Di ba? Ano ba yung gagawin mo sa chance na 'yan? Wala ba, "Ay, magbabarkada lang ako kasi ito sila yung mga nakakaintindi sa akin. Ito lang yung mga friends ko nakakaintindi, umiinom-inom ako." But if you're looking at kung titingnan mo 'yan sa ibang anggulo, talaga ba? Sila ba talaga yung kakatulong sa'yo or sila yung push sa'yo na mas lalo ka pang mapapasama? I think
Yeah.
most of us have that uh, to realize if what we're doing is right or wrong. Alam naman natin yan. But sometimes lang, we use our situation, ginagamit natin ang ating
As
depression, kung ano yung
reason. Yes.
as
Kaaway.
reason para gumawa ng masama. Yes, pa-victim effect. Alright? So, you always have a choice. Mayroon
Parang
kang
aray.
choice na ay, ito yung gagawin ko or ito yung gagawin. Every day, kung hindi mo man nagawa yan today, tomorrow, is another chance. Ay, kung hindi mo man nagawa bukas, sa susunod na araw, you can always start from day one. But the thing is, once you start, you have also to remember that ipapagpatuloy mo yan. Hindi pwede na nag-start ka ng 2 araw, tapos babalik ka na naman. You going back to day 0. Parang 1, 2, tapos 3 steps back, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. So, mahirap din yan. And it will always start with the realization that you have to do something for yourself. That you also have contributed to what is happening to you. And hindi naman na, ano mo na lang, magsi-self-pity ka na lang. No, it's not. You realize that there's something wrong and work on it to become better. Okay? So, yun yung, gagawin natin. Kasi, sabi nga nila, di ba, kung inapakan ka man, kung kinawawa ka man, the greatest revenge is being happy and successful. Yun yung kaysa makita ka nila, totoo nga talaga yung sinasabi, wala ka talagang kwenta. Lasinggero ka, wala kang kwentang tao, wala kang ginagawa kundi kalokohan, kundi magbisyo. So you're just proving them right. That's the reason why they leave you or they replace you with other person. 'Di ba kasi nga So it starts with the realization that we also have contributed to what's happening to us, 'di ba? Second is then work on ourselves to be ourselves better. Pero wag kang maghabol na and you sabi nga nila, don't beg for someone to stay in your life. 'Di ba? What that means, probably they are there to teach you a lesson that okay, pwede maging ganito ka para maging maligaya ka, maging ganito ka muna, maging mas understanding ka, maging mas madulungin, maging mas mabait ka, para rin maging masaya ka. Okay, because it's always have to start with us then. So I think that's realizing that I am a big part of my failure and focusing on the things that I can control. Okay? Kung hindi mo yung opinion ng ibang tao, hindi mo na yung makokontrol eh. Right? Pero yung gagawin mo ngayon with that opinion, that's what you can control. You can use that to prove them right, or you can use that to motivate yourself that I'm gonna prove you wrong, na hindi ako walang kwenta, na hindi ako walang silbi, that I can be a better person. Diba? Pwede natin yang magawa. We can always have the choice, and we can always try to work on ourselves. And once we are on that, we then decide na okay, I will continue doing this not just for days, for months, but for years.
Yeah.
Diba? I will be a better person in the next 10 years. Hindi na, I will be a better person in the next month. Then pagkatapos ng one na yun, babalik ka na naman. So, wala rin. Ganun pa rin. So, it has to be a long game. Dapat long game yung iniisip natin. Hindi lang siya short term. Dapat 10 years from now, mas ano. And then once you've been doing that for a year, nagiging habit mo na yan. Tapos nakakalimutan mo na bumalik doon sa pagiging whatever you are as a person before. Kasi nga, nag-iba ka na. Iba ka na and hindi mo na makikilala yung person, yung ano mo, dati. Yun. Yun siguro yung ano ko.
Sige, ako naman.
Mm-mm.
Ako kasi Raquel, ano ko hopeless romantic. Yan. Kasi feeling ko, dahil lumaki tayo sa fairy tale, we're always looking for either fairy godmother or kay Prince Charming. 'Di ba? Parang lagi tayong naghahanap ng mga taong tutulong sa atin at pag hindi tayo tinulungan, tayo yung masama ang loob. Tapos parang yun nga, sinabi ko kanina, pa-victim tayo. Kasi hindi ako tinulungan kasi wala akong ganito kasi mahirap lang kami. Kasi yung ganon, sa probinsya lang kasi ako nag-aral, wala kasi kaming ganyan Hindi kasi mayaman yung mga magulang ko. We're always looking for reasons to justify. Yun nga yung sabi ni Mark kanina, kung ano yung nangyari sa atin. And minsan hindi naman natin kahit kasalanan, pero minsan kasi kung paano natin tinanggap yung dagok ng buhay, kung paano tayo magre-react dun sa sitwasyon, sa atin na yun Kasi, alam niyo yung, pare-pareho yung sitwasyon for example, pero iba-iba yung reaction kasi ng tao, iba-iba yung paraan natin ng ang pagre-react sa mga situations. And ang karamihang mga Pinoy naghahanap ng taong magre-rescue sa kanila at the time of depression or at the lowest points of their lives. Now, although that is true, 80% of the job should come from you. Yung sinasabi mong inspirasyon, yung sinasabi mong tulong, yung sinasabi mong suporta, 20% lang yung maibibigay sa inyo niyan or even less. Kasi pag hindi ka nag-decide that you have to snap out of your depression, snap out of your downtime, snap out of whatever darkness you are in right now, hindi rin naman magbabago yung buhay niyo. So, iyon.
True.
Tama.
Actually, habang nag-uusap tayo, ang daming checklist. Kasi parang feeling ko nagpaparinig kayo sa akin.
Hi!
Kasi sa tatlo sa atin, hindi kasi sa tatlo sa atin, ako yung emotional. And I only started, I think, changing the way I see life into a different perspective is when I started going with Sir Ian, Sir Riway. Kasi in that company, they talk about the holistic change. Pero, hindi ko siya ganoon pa, kumbaga, I know the word, but hindi ko pa nafe-feel that time yung change. Except when I keep on going back to Manila, na nagstay ako sa inyo. Di ba, lagi akong, lagi akong galit, lagi akong emotional. Tapos, iniisip ko, nakakainis naman to si Mr. Super bait. Yun talaga kinakainisan ko sa kanya. Kasi bakit hindi siya nagagalit? Yun yung lagi kong tanong. Ako naman, because of that comparison, nakikita ko ikaw at yung sarili ko, doon ko na-realize na I focus on the problem all the time. Where in fact, I can put on my energy to the solution. Kasi sabi mo nga, ang ginagawa ko, pag may alon, binabangga ko kasi matigas nga yung ulo ko.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Pag galit, sinasabayan ko ng galit, 'di ba? So, yun yung isa sa mga realizations ko. And that's the reason why I am in a social media detox. Kasi there are times that I want to control my emotions that I don't get to keep on telling it to anyone. Kasi ganun ako parang naghahanap ng kakampi. Okay? Yun yung parang nakita ko sa self ko, okay, kaya pala hindi nag-work. Kaya pala the way I communicate with others, bakit kaya nagkakaroon ng clash? Lagi ko tinanong ko yan sa'yo, di ba, Mr. Paano ba ako magsalita? Or how do I approach this? So, that's the reason why I do the social media detox. Kasi naiingayan ako. So, in order for me to focus on the transformation, I need to, yun nga, sabi ni Sir Ian, himay-himayin ko muna kung ano yung mga triggers ko, and then I have not only to realize, but also to take action. So, happy naman ako sa, sa improvement ko. Pag tinatanong ko siya, are you proud of me? Kasi nagbago na ako at least mga 20%, 30%. And we get to, we get to discover more of ourselves. And we get to share yung mga solutions. Kaya ang kinikilig ako, pati nga si Kuya Sam nadadamay natin sa transformation natin, di ba? Which is, bihira lang mag-join si Kuya Sam, mag-engage sa mga kalokohan natin. Pero supportive naman siya in fairness. So, masaya siya. So, yun lang. Maganda na, ano tawag dito, yung sabi ni Sir Ian kaysa bumarkada ka. Ako naman, mas gusto ko bumarkada ngayon. Pero, bumabarkada ako doon sa mga tao na feeling ko I get to improve for the better. So, user-friendly po tayo ngayon. So, after tayo bumarkada sa mga matatalino, bumarkada tayo dito sa mga not only people that can help you improve in your career, but also help you and support you transform holistically. So, yun yung parang medyo magaan na lang, magaan ngayon yung aura. Kasi nga, I learned so much in a span of, magwa 1 year na ba? Magwa 1 year na ba? Kailan tayo
Almost.
nag-start?
February.
Oo, almost 1 year. February, oo. So, ang dami na, in fairness naman, in 1 year, kaya pala magbago in 1 year as long as you are committed to really change. Although, it's really hard. Kasi nga sabi ko, para siyang bisyo. Sabi nga ni Sir, hindi magsa-start ka ng day 1, day 2, tapos you get to step back ng 3 steps. Kaya sabi ko, parang pinaparinggan. Tinamaan ako, parang ako yung pinaparinggan niya. Lahat ng sinabi niya, nasa checklist ko eh. Yung mga ganon.
Oo.
So,
Pero isa sa mga bagay na magandang gawin na ginagawa mo na ngayon, Rax, you have to give credit to yourself kasi alam mo kung ano yung kailangan mong baguhin tapos ginagawa mo na siya. Although it's hard, diba, you keep on doing it. Kahit alam mo minsan nadadapa ka, bumabangon ka eh. So yun yung importante. You know what you want and you're already doing it. And we're proud of you for that. Diba?
yes, thank you so much.
Yes.
Feeling ko nga ako yung pinaka-baby. Kasi nga ako yung sensitive. Ayaw ko naman tawagin yung sarili ko immature, pero I'm learning. O, diba?
Of course. Yes.
Oo.
Learning.
Yan talaga yung, I think, parang yung despair natin is we have to realize that with everything that's happening in our lives, time always heal things.
Yeah.
Diba? It's just that what are you going to do during the times na you're still healing? Diba? Are you gonna use it to delay the healing process? Or you're gonna use it to parang boost the healing process. Kaya whenever, like for example, if you have a vice, like for me, one of the things that which I don't do this naman talaga publicly, but I smoke before. And parang siya, acquired ko siya because of being in an engineering student na you're always studying. So but I know that it's bad for my health. Okay, kaya lang may nadadala ka. Yun nga yun, diba? You know that it's not good but still do it. You have to realize that if I'm not gonna stop this, 'di ba? Kung hindi ko to titigilan, sino yung lugi? 'Di ba? Ayoko namang magkalang cancer. Ayoko namang kasi nakikita ko yung mga there's a lot of negative effects smoking does for a person. So yun yung ginagawa kong inspiration na and if you stop something negative, you have to replace it with something positive. Hindi yan pwedeng may void na pag nawala. Kasi if hindi mo yan mapapalitan ng something positive, you will always have to go back to that. Kasi merong kang meron kang gap or void na sa sarili mo. So you have to replace it with something positive. Like for example, you exercise or kasi it's addiction eh. Or you do some puzzles para may yung kamay mo and then yung bibig mo, ako yung ginagawa ko because one of the things that I am I am weak in English. Yun yung weakness ko, especially in enunciation. So ngayon ang ginagawa ko is may nakita akong there's this exercise that you have to bite the pen and then recite the ABC. So ganun siya para ma-improve kasi weakness ko yon. So I my mouth, so parang dalawa yung pang function is to improve myself and also to replace negative vice with something positive. So, yun yung gagawin na. Yun yung ano mo. Kasi sometimes, I will stop that and then you don't replace it with something. Kaya mahirap. It's like, for example, I will stop sleeping late. Diba? Magtutulog ako ng maaga. And so what will you replace it with? So, what you're going to do is you have to wake up early in the morning. Kasi matutulog ka na ng maaga para may balance. And then, during the times na, there's a transition eh. There's always gonna be a transition. And there's always a time that you will fail and will always go back to your old habit. Kasi, nakasanayan mo yan for many, many years. 'Di ba? Na na yan, parang tumatak na yan sa katawan mo. And from time to time your body memory will go back to that. So you'll have to go do it consistently. Na I will sleep early tonight. Nakatulog ako ng matagal kasi I'm doing cellphone. So you have to that and to replace it with meditation. So yun yung mga ganun na nagagawin mo, or you exercise a little or you stretch before you sleep para instead na yung phone ang before ka matulog, you stretch or you read a book. Yun yung i-replace mo. You'll always have to replace something negative with something positive para siya maano mo siya. Yun. Yun siguro yung
Parang yung sa akin, yung thought ko, parang halos similar naman tayo. Kasi ako, ang nasa isip ko is healing varies. Kasi when I was down at that time, para akong patay ng 2 taon. In fact, hindi ko maalala pa paano lumipas yung 2 taon na parang wala akong memory nung 2 years na yon. Ganon, parang feeling kong ginawa ko lang umiyak ng umiyak, magtrabaho, umiyak. There are different time frame ng healing. Yung iba, they heal very fast. Yung iba, it takes years to heal. Diba? Pero know that the pain will still be there and you have to acknowledge it. Lalo na kung masyado siyang significant sa buhay mo. Hindi siya mawawala, hindi mo siya makakalimutan. Kaagad-agad. Kaya habang nag-heal ka, humanap ka rin. Katulad sabi ni Marl kanina, humanap ka ng bagay na pagkakabisihan mo. Find something to get yourself busy with. At ang pinakamagandang bagay dyan, learn a skill. Yung positive, hindi yung nagdi-depress ka, iyak ka ng iyak, instead iyak ka, inom ka ng alak. Ay, yung ganon, syempre, positive nga. Katulad ng pagtakbo, pag-aral ng gitara. I know, Marl, nag-enroll siya sa isang cooking class back then. Diba? So, humanap ka ng isang bagay na productive na pwede mong gawin. And then, acknowledge that time and again, pag malungkot ka, when you're most vulnerable, you can still cry over it. At pag binabalikan mo, ma-amaze ka that you may still learn bits and pieces of wisdom out of that very dreadful experience. Ikaw, Rax?
Yes.
Nakamute ka,
Kamute ka, Tarax?
Yes, actually that is true. I have so many realizations also this year. Although parang feeling ko I've been depressed since I was 11. And that's the reason why I like to keep myself busy with work. Yun para bang pag tapos mo na work, pagod ka na, wala ka nang iisipin. That's why I hate it when actually ano tawag dito?
You're not busy.
Walang ginagawa. Oo, when I'm not busy kasi doon pumapasok lahat na i-entertain ko yung mga ano tawag dito, thoughts, yung mga questions na ayaw kong sagutin, dun siya nagsisink in lahat. And that's the reason why I keep myself busy. But this year, I learned so much more that when negative thoughts sink in, I have to acknowledge it. Kasi the more that I keep on denying it, the more na hindi siya mariresolve. So akala ko dati, by suppressing it, it's gonna help. But then, when I talk to a psychiatrist, sabi nila, the more you keep on suppressing it, darating din yung time na sasabog at sasabog siya. Even if magtataka ka, wala namang reason. I'm actually okay. But then, eventually, doon napapasok na, ay, gusto ko parang, I'm so sad. I want to kill myself. May mga ganun, right? Because you've been suppressing it for so many years, and then biglang may nangyari lang ng very, very light, and then na-trigger siya. So,
Yeah,
yun.
mag-i-implode
You
ka.
have Yes. So, meron akong ganun. I do self-destruct kasi sa isip ko, wala nang natira sa akin. So, there's nothing to be scared of being alone or kung walang makakaintindi. So, I have that, ano tawag dito, episodes. So, I learned to acknowledge it. So, kumbaga, okay, shit happens. 'Di ba? That's also what I learned also from our team na everything happens for a reason. Dati kasi tinatanong ko lagi yung sarili ko, ay, eto na naman, etong situation na naman, bakit eto na naman yung na-experience ko? Is there something wrong with me? I always ask, I always find faults instead of asking, why is God putting me in this situation? What lesson should I learn from this kind of situation? Char, real talk, Darbs. So, yun na lang yung questions ko. Binabaling ko siya. Instead of asking, yung parang naghahanap ako ng something to justify the
Alam mo kung
situation that
bakit,
I'm
Han?
in.
Sagutin
Mm,
kita diyan, Rax. Kasi nung lumalaki
mm,
tayo, lagi tayong nakakarinig ng, I don't know with you, kasi ako, anong problema mo? What's wrong with you? Nasabihan ka na ba ng gano'n?
mm.
Yun, that's the reason why.
Oo.
Kaya tayo nakakaisip ng gano'n, is there something wrong with me? Ang malas ko naman. Yung gano'n, kaya ka nakakaisip
Yes.
ng ganyan kasi naririnig natin siya in the past. And when something wrong happens, we always associate it with ourselves na may nagawa ba ako? Ang malas ko naman. Ano ba? May balot ba ako sa puwet? Yung mga gano'ng bagay.
Oo.
Siningit ko lang
Yung para
repeat.
bang
Yes.
lagi na lang ako nagkakamali, lagi na lang paulit-ulit yung situation na 'to. So, I always ask, kumbaga I always focus on the problem instead of, asking the question. Sabi nga nila, you have to ask the right question, and the question should be, "What is God teaching me this time?" Okay? And, dati I focus on the problem, but now iniisip ko siya, okay, what is God teaching me this time? What should I be learning this time? Bakit nangyari na naman to siya ulit? Ano yung kailangan kong balikan para the situation will not, ano tawag dito, hindi siya maulit. And what else? Meron ako iniisip kanina, medyo nakalimutan ko. Everything happens for a reason. Do not question it. Kasi sabi nga nila, pag binigay sa'yo ang isang situation, ibig sabihin, you are capable of handling it. So, pag may binibigay sa akin, tapos parang feeling ko, ay, hindi ko to kaya. Ay, kaya ko to, kaya nga binigay to sa akin. Tapos iisipin ko, okay, ano yung na-learn ko from this? What should I change? What should I keep? Yung mga lesson. Ganun na yung way of thinking ko. Dati kasi, focus ako sa problem. Kasi ganito ako. Ang tanga-tanga ko. The more siya nakakadagdag doon sa scar, instead na mag-heal siya, you get to move forward because you have a solution. The more na ano tawag dito, nasusugatan yung sugat, tapos hindi siya naghihilom. And then you grow up resenting yourself, feeling mo ang daming mali sa sarili mo, instead of, okay, I made a mistake, it's fine. What is important is that you're doing something about the situation and the problem and you move on. Kasi tayo, nung bata tayo, di ba, konting mali lang pinapagalitan tayo. Right? But then,
Tayo
hindi
magkakaroon.
ini-explain sa atin. Oo, hindi
Yes.
ini-explain sa atin. So, meron ako, kaya I'm very obsessed watching yung mga videos about parenting. For example, tayo nung bata tayo, naka-spill lang tayo ng water. Pinapagalitan tayo, right?
Yes.
Ano tayo dito?
Ano,
Sinasabihan tayo, ang tanga-tanga mo. Oo, kaya tayo, takot tayo magkamali, right?
yes.
Takot tayo magkamali kasi feeling natin every time we make mistakes, there's something wrong with ourselves. Instead of focusing, okay, next time I'll be careful para hindi ko mabuhos yung tubig or para hindi ako madapa, kailangan kong maglakad instead of tumakbo. Yung mga ganun. So parang yung trauma na yun, nadadala natin growing up because that's how we were brought
We're
up
brought
by
up.
our parents. But we cannot also blame them kasi na-adapt lang din nila, yung upbringing way back before. That's why it's a good thing na ngayon, medyo marami na tayong mga resources that we can get, especially in terms of yung ganun, self-discovery, parenting. So, hindi na siya ganun ka brutal.
Oo, hindi na
Wala
natin
pang
sila
na,
sisingilin.
bantay ba wala pang bantay bata nung panahon natin, eh, kahit pagpapaluin tayo ng tsinelas ng
Oo,
ano tawag yun, ng hose, yung mga
pinturon,
gano'n.
ng walis tingting, walis tambo,
Yes,
hanger.
yes. So this year, I feel more lighter. Medyo nabawasan ng konti yung fears ko at saka yung worries ko. And I am more forgiving, especially sa self ko. Kasi nga, I have so many issues growing up na hindi ko siya na-resolve. So,
Yeah.
good thing also that I have you guys. I think dati every year since I started my career in freelancing, lagi akong may goal at the end of the year. Yung first year ko, nag-start ako nag-goal setting. The first one is that I get myself an insurance. Tapos, second year, I invested in a condo. Tapos, nung third year, I invested naman in another skill. So, nagtanong ako, ano naman gagawin ko this year? Sabi ko, parang wala akong investment. And then I realized, I've been investing
On
on
yours.
myself pala since January. Kasi hindi ako nagtrabaho since January. So, kano bang pinaggagawa ko nung January? Nag-travel
Mhm.
and all. Pero, na-realize ko, yes, I did travel kasi pinagpahinga ko yung sarili ko, yung katawan ko. And then, why am I into IF? Why am I very conscious with the food that I eat? Why am I conscious with going to the gym, exercising and all? Because I am investing not only in the physical, but also yung mga challenge natin holistically, social, family, right? I learned to, ano tawag dito, connect with my family, which is dati medyo, ay, pupunta ako ng, yung before ako pupunta ng Tawi, ay, pupunta ako ng Tawi-Tawi, magpapaalam ba ako na nasa Tawi-Tawi ako, or pupunta ako ng Zamboanga, magpapakita ba ako sa mga relatives and all. So, yung anxiety level ko na iniisip magta-travel lang ako sa isang lugar, masyado siyang ano tawag dito, um, masyado siyang mabigat, right? But then I learned na it's normal, parang I have to face it. So, yun yung goal ko this year, more on the holistic change, which we are doing right now.
Yan, naku, ang
Ayun.
dami na natin pinag-usapan. Kaso
Yes.
makakaisang oras na tayo,
Oh,
guys. I wish we have more time. Pero yung mga
yes.
nakikinig sa atin, if they're getting some value in what we're discussing today, hopefully, they can like our page kung hindi pa sila naka-like at paki-share kung ano man yung mga natutunan nyo with the discussions that we're having right now. Please feel free to share it in the chat para
Yes.
makakita ng iba. Marl, meron ka pa bang
Mm.
parting message to wrap things up?
Ito lang naman. So I think with all the things, if you are desperate right now, or if you are in the midlife crisis, or you're still looking kung ano ba talaga, ano mo, always uh, choose to do something good for yourself. Okay? And um, always, although this is hard, especially if you're still younger, you know, choose to be around people who will impact your life in a positive way, hindi negative way.
Yeah.
Alright? Yun talaga yung ano, spend time with people na makakatulong sa'yo, na maging mas mabuti, na mas magaling, and you can achieve your goals, hindi na bumalik ka sa kung saan, or mas napalala pa yung sitwasyon mo. So yon, and then lastly is trust the process. Time will heal everything. Kaya nga, once you're still waiting to heal, focus on yourself, focus on improving yourself, becoming a better version of yourself. And yun, meditate, pray, para din ano, you will have the motivation every day. And every day that you wake up, chose to become better and chose to use that day to achieve your dreams. Yun naman yung parang parting message ko sa kanila. And ano pala, if you haven't liked or follow our page, please like smartandscalablebusiness.com, Smart and Scalable Business in Facebook and in YouTube. And if you'd like to learn, we have a free training to help you also Build your own high highly profitable and scalable automated online business. Just go to smartandscalable.com and then join the training there, and you will have access to our free training. It's a 2-hour webinar that's full of value, and at the end you'll be able to have a complete step-by-step blueprint on how to build your own smart and scalable business.
Yan, totoo yan. Rax, ikaw, very quickly, bago tayo magpaalam sa kanila, baka meron ka pang final message.
Final message. I think I just want to share yung conversation that I had with Reese. Sabi ko, ano tawag dito, basta may pinag-usapan kami kasi I want to meet her kasi dadaan nga ako ng Zamboanga. Tapos I told her na hindi ako updated with all the happenings kasi naka-social media detox ako. Pero I'm active naman in Messenger. So meron siyang binanggit. Sabi niya, oh bakit nag-social media detox ka? Akala ko ba ano tawag dito? You are already prepared to be active on social media kasi nga with the kind of work that we have. Tapos, I told her about yung mga noise, working on something. And meron siyang sinabi sa akin na learn how to be unbothered. Yung hindi mo kailangang dibdibin lahat ng mga nangyayari sa paligid mo, how people treat you, what other people say about you. Because at the end of the day, hindi naman sila part ng life mo. And
Yeah.
wala naman din sila ambag. So if it's something that is pulling you down, if it's something that doesn't offer progress, development sa sarili mo, then do not entertain them. Learn how to be unbothered. So, yun lang. Learn to be more forgiving sa sarili natin. And at the same time, invest in yourself. May it be getting sleep for 8 hours, mag-makeup ka, magpabango ka, maligo ka. That's actually self-care. Dati, medyo conscious ako pag umaarte ako kasi sa isip ko, napaka-vain ko naman or nasasabihan akong maarte, masyadong, ano tawag dito? Yun nga, vain. But then I realized, self-care is a form of valuing yourself. Kasi inaalagaan mo yung sarili mo. So, yun lang.
Yeah.
How about
Thank you.
you?
Yes, very quickly lang. Raise your standards. Iiwan ko to sa lahat ngayong gabi. Kasi when I was growing up, walang nagsabi sa akin that I should raise my standards. And I learned it the hard way. Raise your standards in terms of choosing your friends.
Yes.
Choosing the kind of work that you want, yung career mo. Huwag kang mag-aim na, dati, alam niyo pangarap ko, isa sa mga pangarap ko dati, gusto ko maging teller ng bank. Kasi ang gaganda nila. Naka-corporate attire, naka-makeup. Akala ko, magandang buhay na yung pagka nandun ka sa teller. I'm not demeaning the bank tellers ha. Pero kasi dati, akala ko, yun na yung the best for me. Only to realize there's more pala aside from becoming a bank teller na mukhang maganda kang tingnan, di ba? So raise your standards. How are you going to raise standards if you don't know the standards out there? Go out. Wag kayong matakot umattend ng mga events, meet new people, ask questions, specifically learn from people who have already been there and done that. So, kunyari, kung gusto mong maging mayamang negosyante, humanap ka negosyante na matututo ka sa kanya, kaibiganin mo, and learn to ask the right questions kaysa hindi mo alam kung ano yung hindi mo alam until you're there. Hindi mo alam na, ay, meron palang steak na 20,000 pesos ang isang plato. Yung ganong tipo, you don't know what you don't know. So, raise your standards as much as possible. Ask questions and have people na ginagawa na yung gusto mo pang gawin in the future. So, humanap ka doon. Kung wala yan dyan sa lugar mo, humanap ka ng community, humanap ka ng trabaho, humanap ka ng negosyo kung saan sila nandoon. So, Marl, ikaw nang bahala sa pag-wrap up.
Ayun. Before siguro tayo shoutout lang ulit sa mga nanunood, no? Sorry, hindi namin maano yung mga comments niyo, hindi namin napapansin. But thank you so much for engaging with us. Kina Kel, Genji, Smith, Tuto, sino ba? Yung marami, ang daming nanonood. We have a lot of viewers right now. So thank you so much for engaging and staying with us tonight. I hope you have learned a lot from us. Follow us because and join us every Monday and Friday for our inspiring conversations episode. It's every Monday is motivational Monday and every Friday is failure Friday. So join us every Monday and Friday night
Every week.
para naman yes, every week so that we can inspire you and share with you some things that we have learned from ourselves and from our experiences. So thank you so much guys for joining us tonight and we'll see you next week. Have a great night. Bye
Bye.
everyone.
Hi,
Everyone.
guys. Yan, especially sa mga students ko. At tamang-tama yung sinabi ni Miss Roche, raise your standards kasi yun yung lagi kong nire-remind sa kanila.
Yes.